BNP Paribas, the world's sixth largest bank, is the latest to exit its corporate banking operations in South Africa after a 12-year presence. European banks seem to be reducing their engagements outside of their home base. Barclays and Standard Chartered are also realigning their operations.
We all sort of panic and say, oh, this is an indictment on South Africa. I don't think it is that. It's a strategic decision. And the reality of it is you sort of ask yourself, what's the relevance of having a footprint in South Africa if Africa is not a big focal area of yours? I mean, what size bank do you actually need to justify the overheads and justify a banking license?
BNP's exit is apparently part of its strategic plan to focus more in Europe and in Asia. It also seems to be part of a wider industry move by French banks to refocus away from Africa.
From their point of view, Africa does not appear to be an attractive enough destination to put attention into. That's the implied thing, which is quite disappointing. One would expect, considering Africa's current level of development and so on, it's much easier to grow from a small level to a faster from a small level than it is from a more developed level. So you would expect there'd be more growth in Africa than there would be in Europe, and more opportunity in Africa than there would be in Europe.
The focus may have shifted for European banks, but South Africa's policies and constrained business environment has been criticized for not doing enough to convince multinationals to stay.
People say often that some of the best places to do business are like North America or Europe, not because the taxes are low or regulations are low, it's because the regulations and taxes are certain. And you know exactly what the situation is when you do business there, and that is often a problem in many countries, corruption and uncertainty about regulation.
During the last decade, non-residents have pulled out over $62 billion from South Africa's bond and equity markets. Not good news for a weak economy, but in this case, with international banks leaving, it does open up opportunities for local banks to expand. Sumitra Naidu, CGTN, Johannesburg.